to be here this morning. Welcome to all of you at NJASC Leadership Training Camp. So a round of applause for all of you. Not only for being here, but for choosing to be leaders. We depend on you, and now our future depends on you, so thank you very much. I have a feeling that this might be a magical year. I don't know.
Yeah!
So, my name is Jodi O'Donnell-Ames. Thank you for that wonderful introduction. And I am the president and founder of Hope Loves Company, which is, I forgot to mention last week, it is the only nonprofit in the entire United States and in the world, I believe, that supports children and grandchildren of ALS patients. So we provide emotional and educational support to any child who has a loved one living with ALS. And I would like to tell you a little bit about myself and why I founded Hope Loves Company. So 35 years ago, I was you. I was actually attending leadership training camp, and I was delighted to be here. I was interested in student council. I had an amazing advisor. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say her name, but she's here. And she inspired me because I was that child from the time I was little. As a matter of fact, our vice president of Hope Loves Company has been my friend since 3rd grade, and she said to me recently, you know, Jodi, you've always been that person who's caring, compassionate, considerate, and wants to change the world from the time you were little. And I was that person, and maybe those characteristics aren't so cool in high school, and I was looking for a use for those characteristics and those skills and those emotions, and got very involved in student council and participated in this LTC training, and I'm using those skills today. So don't take this lightly, it's great. So I then proceeded to go to college. I went to the College of New Jersey, right here. And was actually staying in Travis and later moved off campus. And I graduated in 1988 and became a teacher. And I was a teacher of language arts for 4 years until I found the love of my life, got married, had a child, and I was living the dream. And then in 1995, that dream was altered very quickly and very drastically when my late husband became diagnosed at the age of 30. It took him from 29 to 30 to be diagnosed with ALS or Lou Gehrig's disease. So I want to share the first video that kind of demonstrates those 6 years of my life. I had to use leadership skills in a very unique way. I was suddenly a nurse without training. I was an actress without training. I had to constantly smile and let him know that everything was going to be okay. I was a writer without formal training. I was advocating. I was on television and in commercials without formal training. So my life changed quickly, and I documented those 6 years with my unprofessional skills. And so here's the first video that I created in probably 2010 when I had this crazy idea to start a nonprofit.
It's been some time since we've passed time. I'd like some time to really talk a while about what you've been feeling. How have you put some things in place? Still feel strange. I never thought we could be like this. Does life break you down to one conscious compromise? just that we grow and we change what feels right. Sun shines on my shoulders warm, and I remember how we used to shine, and I still feel close to you. I hope that you do too. It's past some time since we've passed some time, and in this time I keep remembering. I know I did something that broke from the fold, but it lost my faith. Just couldn't go on with no change. Does life break you down to unconscious compromise? I think that we grow and
30-year-old Kevin O'Donnell was always athletic, but since being diagnosed with Lou Gehrig's disease, just taking the stairs has become hazardous.
I sometimes fall. I took a fall last night and cut my face. And other than that, I have some problems with my hands.
O'Donnell was in the Washington area to tell experts the drug Rilutech should be approved for his disease.
and I still feel close to you. I hope that you do too.
Is there anything else that you would like to add? We have to stop the disease. We have to stop this disease. It has been killing too many people for a long time. Yeah.
After Kevin passed away in 2001, and I'm going to have Nina come up and read a quote, about ALS, read some facts about ALS. She's going to project too.
About ALS, there is no known cure or cause. 30,000 Americans have ALS. 85% of them have children.
In over 100 years since Lou Gehrig was diagnosed, there has been no known cause or cure, and the disease continues. And so I became proactive, continued my proactive leadership skills. I addressed the FDA. I was in commercials for advocacy for Medicare, which is still the only right that ALS patients have. If you have ALS, you get Medicare without waiting for the normal period of time, which used to be 24 months. You get access to health care immediately. I also advocated for the only drug that is still, this is 1995, the only ALS drug, which is called Rilutech. Again, in front of a lot of scientists and political leaders. So I continued to advocate after Kevin passed and was working with an organization called the ALS Hope Foundation in Philadelphia. And I ordered this particular book. Erin, are you here? Can you come up very quickly? Yeah, we have a lot to cover.
Okay, so, a couple weeks ago I came home and this book was sitting on my counter. Like, I had no idea where it came from. So the next morning I asked my mom where she got it from, and it was her boss that gave it to her as an employee gift. And I asked her how her boss heard of the book, and she was actually, my mom's boss was friends with the person who wrote this book before she passed. And my mom's boss was so inspired by the story that she spread the word about it and gave it to my mom and all of the coworkers who then showed it to their families. And I think that's a value that we hold in LTC and NJASC. It goes along with our state theme, magical. She was so inspired that she united change. That's what we need to do in our schools. We need to unite as a state and raise money for this charity. And it affects people and teams just like us. So it's really great that we're helping them out.
Thank you. So I ordered 50 copies of this book, What Did You Learn Today?, which was written by Tina Singer Ames in 2000. She lived with ALS for 6 months. Her 2 children, Nora and Adam, and her husband, widowed husband, Warren Benton Ames, delivered this to an event which I was leading. And we became friends. And 2 years later, my daughter Alina, with my first husband Kevin, Nora and Adam, and Warren Benton and I became a family. We got married and they were the bridal party. So miracles do happen, and the story does get happier. So I would like, I believe, Matt to read his quote. So if Matt can come up. And we'll show the second video. Thank you.
To erase another's heartache is to forget one's own. Abraham Lincoln.
Thank you, Matt. So I learned very quickly that healing was, in order to heal, helping was healing. Helping others with my experience was huge in my own healing. So I started Hope Loves Company, the idea. Instead of Misery Loves Company, which some people like to wallow in, I decided that I wanted to concentrate on hope and the hopeful. So this is a video about HLC and what we've done in the last 4 years.
Now she's bigger than her body, but a little girl inside. So she got herself a big old house, 100 places to hide, and a chair against the window to watch the world go by. She says, what is love anyway? I don't need that scene, just broken expectations and little spaces in between. My home is not a shelter, just somebody's place to be. But you gotta have hope. You gotta have hope. It can really last forever, and it's not a pack of lies. Somewhere in those hurting eyes, hope. Now he lives day to day and week to week, 1,000 miles from easy street. He's busking on the corner just to get enough to eat, and crying in the mirror, tears of defeat. And now he's halfway to Vegas with a guitar in his hand, saying, gotta be a better life, gotta be a bigger plan. And for the first time in ages, he's gonna make a stand. Well, everyone knows When the day is heavy on you and it takes you down a size, just hold your breath and search the skies. There's gotta be hope. Heavy on you and it takes you down a size, just hold your breath and search the skies for hope.
Courageous kids, and they're all caregivers. And the reason that I started Hope Loves Company is because all three of my children lost a parent before the age of 11 and had none of these services. So I wanted to make a change and improve the lives of children caregivers. And I'm happy to say that I have done so, and this year, this magical year, you're helping me do so as well. How can you help during this magical year? Social media, both of those videos are on YouTube, so please share them. Find us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. We have a website. We have brochures and cards on the table. You can call me, email me, invite me to your school. I would love to speak to others and share this wonderful journey that I've been blessed to be a part of. Ice Bucket Challenge takes place next month. You could do it, get a little bit cold for Hope Loves Company, videotape it and share it with others. You could purchase one of our books for a family that you might know. This is my book called The Stars That Shine that I wrote, and my daughter Alina, whose father passed when she was 8, illustrated the book. You could share that book also on social media. You can donate gift cards to Hope Loves Company. So many ways. So thank you so very much for this wonderful opportunity, for including us in this magical year. I would like to end with a great quote, because it is really the culmination of my LTC experience, and that is, to be true to yourself in a world that's constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. And that quote is from Ralph Waldo Emerson. So thank you very much. I'm excited for this year.